Usually, when someone goes missing, we look for that person. Search parties, helicopters, and maybe it gets on the news. Once we find the person, it's over. They're either safe or found in a terrible state. Either way, the person isn't missing anymore, and this case is closed. All or most questions are answered, and it's over. But this case is different. It's unique. It's one of the few cases where finding a missing person doesn't end the case. Two Tokyo men were missing after mountaineering on a route connecting Mount Korodake and Mount Asaidake in Daisetsuzan National Park on the afternoon of July 24, 1989. They veered off the ascending path and descended Mount Asaidake before heading south and towards the Chubetsugawa River. After conducting a helicopter search, the Hokkaido police discovered a massive SOS sign constructed of 19 birch trees. Each birch tree was measuring about 5 meters in length. The birch branches that have been cut down were stacked to create the SOS sign. A couple kilometers north of the sign, 2 missing people were swiftly and safely located and rescued. These 2 individuals that were saved, according to the Hokkaido police, also created the SOS letters, right? 2 people who were originally lost, and this SOS sign for help. However, the 2 individuals that were rescued were unaware of the SOS signal when the authorities informed them that that's how they found them, that was the circumstances behind their rescue. They didn't make the SOS signal. So if those 2 didn't create the SOS signal, then who did? Did the Hokkaido police miss someone? Was there a 3rd missing person, unrelated to the 2 that they rescued, that created that sign for help? So with that new added information, the Hokkaido police began another search. Immediately, with helicopters, boots on the ground, search parties everywhere. And within the following days of canvassing and searching the area in hopes that they would find the person responsible for creating the SOS signal and giving them the help they need, the search did end. And they did eventually find someone. The police found human bone fragments that had evidence of animal bites and some bones that had been broken, potentially while the person was still alive. The authorities found a hole just big enough for 1 person near the SOS sign that contained 2 cameras, 1 notebook, a tripod, a pair of men's basketball shoes, 4 cassette tapes, a tape recorder, a backpack, some sort of amulet, and a human skull. They also found the driver's license of one Kenji Iwamura, a 25-year-old office worker from Kannon, Aichi Prefecture, who had vanished on July 10, 1984, shortly after beginning his hike to Ashidake Mountain. The bones were sent to the lab at the Asahikawa Medical University to be analyzed. When examining the bones, it was declared at the time that the bones belonged to an adult woman in her 20s to 40s. This leaves many questions because why was the set of bones associated with a woman when they found Kenji Iwamura's license and the injuries described to this person's body? How were they able to create the SOS sign in the first place? How was this person able to break the bark of those birch trees while injured without any tools? The cassette tapes found had recordings on them. Let's listen to them here. The remaining cassette contains music from Marcos and the Magical Princess Miki Momo, 2 different anime TV programs. The cassette recording also housed a cutout of Magical Princess Miki Momo's artwork. Iwamura's friend testified that he's been carrying the tapes with the theme music on them, as well as basketball shoes that were the same size as those found during the recent search. The SOS sign was examined in relation to the aerial topographic map data used to locate aerial photographs by the Japan Forest Agency, Japan's Geographic Authority, and it was determined that the SOS sign was displayed in the photographs taken on September 20, 1987. After the examination of all the discovered human bones, the Asakiwa East Police Station declared on February 28, 1990, that they now thought the skeletons was a male rather than a female. The police declared it, not the medical university. Some more added information. On the ridge of Mount Asidake, a sizable boulder, a huge boulder known as the Safe Rock, is used as a guidepost, but there is another boulder similar in size, and that is known as the False Safe Rock, and it's located close to the Safe Rock. And if you fall from it unintentionally, you will land in the vicinity of the SOS event. If you take the route and believe that the False Safe Rock is the Safe Rock, the slope above that area is a cliff where you fall, and it takes you to the main area where the type of tree the SOS sign was created. The type of tree the SOS sign was created. It's the main area where the sasa go sideways. It is simple to access the bottom from the top, but it's challenging to climb up, starting from the bottom to the top. Besides all the evidence, a new reporting team went down there, and they also got stuck, and they had to be rescued. The case doesn't make sense, and I'll explain why with some added information. We'll start with the recording. Kenji Iwamura's license was found near all these items. The parents of Kenji, who originally reported him missing when the audio was playing, did not recognize the voice on the recording. They could not say for sure that it was Kenji Iwamura. Every parent knows his kid's voice. This paired with the bones being originally declared as a woman, but later being declared as a man, is strange, especially because the police made this claim that he was a man, but the university claimed it as a woman. How can someone, especially the medical university, make a mistake like that? There are some key differences with the bones between men and female. Males tend to have larger, more robust bones and joint surfaces, while women don't. Also, why report at all? He was stuck in the woods screaming for help. This would waste energy that can be used to survive longer. But looking at it logically, it wouldn't really help. But at a time of distress, logical choices aren't usually made. Maybe this was the last attempt at finding help, or maybe this was the last attempt at saving his final statements, his last words, because he realized he wouldn't make it. But if it is some sort of last statement, wouldn't you say something meaningful and impactful? Or cry, maybe? The opposite of the spectrum? Wouldn't your final statement be damning your situation or saying goodbye to your loved ones? Could it be that he accidentally pressed the Walkman's recording button and just recorded it? And do you think it's a little strange that if he was attacked by an animal alive, he wouldn't mention it in the recording? Another key issue is how the SOS was constructed. In all those items, there was no axe. No axe were found in the area, so there was no way to cut the sasa trees or the birch trees to create the SOS sign. He also had injuries in his bones, specifically animal bites. So where was the energy or force to create this massive structure coming from? It was impossible with the injuries he had. It would have taken a projected 2 days to create that sign, which seems impossible in the circumstances. With all of these questions not answered, the case has gone cold. We know a man died, at least. Kenji Iwamura. We don't know how he died, and the circumstances surrounding his death. We don't know why the SOS sign was created, how it was created, and the mysterious circumstance of how the situation unfolded.